Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky the Third. So, you may be asking, what am I doing on Grancel Port? Well, I'm not entirely sure what those chests actually are supposed to be, but we'll pretend those aren't there just for the sake of simplicity. This enemy is a Banshee. There is a chance that the Shining Pom can spawn here. I've been trying. So as a result of me spending time here, I am sitting on 1,200 win 7th. And if you notice, the time is still lacking. That one they're going to be starving us on for probably the entire game, I imagine. I also find it kind of funny that they're dropping tier bombs. Since these only heal 2,000, that's about what the enemies hit us for. Overall, these are probably just something to spend Mira on at this point, because if you're forced to use it, you need something bigger by default. So anyway, we need to go over to the castle. That is the first sun door, I believe. No, or was the star door. So the good news is, if you want to get into those doors that require you to grind battles, pom hunting is the way to go. My main concern is whether or not I can finish this in one sitting or not. Obviously you get Chloe here, but I'm concerned with how many scenes they're going to show between now and then. This is incredible. Someone really knows how to give people a scare. This seems to be quite an old castle, so it's certainly fitting for something like this. I'd personally dock points for overdoing the theatrics, however. I can't bear to stand outside here a moment longer. We should make our way inside at once. Yeah, we should. Alright, let's do this. Now, I believe you're required to bring Julia here, which is why I still have Teara, because that's all I have for AoE healing. Yet another monument. So while there's a crapload of enemies per screen, luckily it seems like we can teleport so precisely, other than to Shining Pom areas, that we can bypass a lot of the annoyance. Looks like the castle really is empty. We're not alone, though. Be careful, they're gathering. They? That should be the next demon fight. Hey, it's our buddies the Banshees. Here comes the welcoming party. Oh, goddess. Grant peace to these poor lost souls. So I'm gonna go for this one. We'll fire an Arc Fencer on these two.
No way!
And then I don't know if you can blind them, or if blind really matters in the grand scheme of things, but we'll hit them with a smoke.
Prepare to meet your doom!
Other than healing, this is the other advantage Teara brings. Good news is you can see they don't really move that far. Like yeah, I'll do an attack orders. It's cheap. Overall, these things are almost dead. Not my strength. But hopefully here you can see the speed discrepancy. I have a feeling that these things are balanced for Joshua being in the party, since he is the fastest character in the game. But he's not. And you bring him here, you can't heal him. So I could go ahead and fire up another firebolt, except... Actually, let's see. We'll hit this one. So I'm not entirely sure... Oh, the strength buff, that's right. I'm used to finding these things on the docks. So let's finish these off. There will be one straggler, right? I just noticed Julia's health. He missed.
Got it. my face today.
89 with Sepeth. This wasn't what I wanted to find. Where's everyone gone? I don't know, but we should start looking right away. Even if no one's here, we might be able to find some kind of clue as to where they are now. I can only hope so. In particular, we should focus our search on the throne room, the royal guard room, the royal keep, and the sealed area. Those are the most likely areas to house clues. Yeah, we'll have to explore everything to properly loot the place. So... I don't really need to. I don't think there's any new quartz, really. Oh! Mine too is available, finally. So I'm going to want a pair of these. I can make an attack too. Definitely glad I went here. So remember, Death Blow 2 destroys itself, so yeah. I want the EP cut too, so Kevin can cast better. I'm also going to take a Petrify. It's worth 3 stone. I'm gonna go ahead and burn my time Sepeth to get an action too. So let's pop these in. EP cut. So this gives me anti-Sepeth, and it looks like really just that. Then mine too. Gives me blue impact with no healing. The attack is wasted on it, by the way. So... kind of tempted to take this off. Attack 2. I'm probably gonna just keep the mind for the time being. She probably needs the hit points. It's gonna give her a little bit more durability. Eagle Eye, EP cut. I can take off. Then again, she needs the defense one. That will offset the defense penalty from the attack 2, and I'll still have a net of 5 strength. Since I'm not using her arts, I'm going to... oh, it's a fixed slot. Oh well. So yeah, we'll save the Petrify for someone else, I guess. Queenly Cookie with a recipe. This is a nice chest. This is also a haiku. Chest, 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 chest. Fluffy crepe. 8 out of 36. I shall await your answer at midnight. From my heart to yours, Jubilee. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that place, I imagine. Shield 2. Where are you hoping to find? One of the Septarions? No, those are more trouble than they were, I'm afraid. So I'm looking for 2 things when I do that. The first is movement, so I know whether or not I'm immediately in danger. In case you're wondering why I pause when I first enter a room. Second thing I'm looking for is loot. So we know there is a Banshee here. There's lots of Banshees down here. No! Sadly, those are starting to fall off at this point. How many chests could a chest checker check if a chest checker could check chests? That was close. I thought there was something in here. Please, no thing in the hall. Damn it. I wouldn't have minded as much if they were in the rooms, but no, they have another one of those night characters in the hallway. Well, we're getting some water sepith here. So I went down that door already, we'll go in this one. Movement, crap. Not seeing any loot. Since there was a way around that monster, I figured there was a chest here. Pearl earring. 336. At best, most choose to describe its features in simple terms. A dark, cherry red wood framed, with a steel that was painstakingly etched end to end with fluorite. So, what does the pearl necklace do? Or pearl earring? Just prevent seal? I was wondering if they were going to be generous enough to actually give us something for death. Well, I haven't seen those things in a little while, so maybe the death blow threat has passed. Meanwhile, no traces of movement here, but there's also no loot. Okay, we've cleared out that wing. I imagine this is going to be the same as the other side for the most part. Serum powder. There's a crab in there. You stole its home. You monster. It's starting to make me wonder if those places with monsters in them may have actually had chests. Now, I don't think this Banshee can give you a shining palm, only the ones in the harbor. Okay, it's not my imagination. Those rooms probably were empty. Okay, let's go up the stairs. Stay away, stay away! That was a human's voice, wasn't it? So there's someone still safe here. I wouldn't say safe, but there's someone still here. We should hurry and find them right away. Something's telling me it's gonna be Duke Danon. I have a bad feeling. Bring to me the boy with eyes of amber, and the princess with an indomitable will. Only then shall the door open. So we need Chloe and Joshua for that one. So everything in that fight chose to hit only Julia and no one else. And ironically, they were blind. Of course, Tita couldn't hit a damn thing. Oh, it's our buddy Gilbert. What's he doing here? What did I do to deserve this? Stay back. Don't come any closer, please. What is this curious spectacle? Crap, I'd forgotten all about him. So had I. I suppose it's no surprise he ended up here, however. Sucks to admit, but you're right. And it sucks even more because I got a whole lot of questions I want to ask him, and the only way I'm getting to him is to bail him out. Get away from him. If you're unable to leave behind your attachment to this world, allow us to help you. What are you wonderful angelic model human beings doing here? Save the sweet talking for later. First we need to take these things out. Just stay there and don't get in our way. So I was wondering if he was going to be a guest-type character here. But here you get to see me take a ton of damage from their self-destructs.
No way!
I think I'd...
Let's end this.
So Kevin can still hit them pretty hard because they're so squishy, even though his weapons can. If I actually gave him a proper weapon, I don't think he'd one-shot them, even though 100 attack really means a lot in this game. Yeah, this is what I mean. I don't know why, but ever since I walked in here, I have not had any accuracy. And there's just gonna be more bullshit if I don't do this.
Prepare to meet your doom!
Odds are this is still going to miss though. So I would like to get some CP on Teara, but I think the only way to do that is if I give her one of those carryover items. Get 83 fire sepith, so I can make more attack quartz if I want. I'm alive. Thank you so much, you saved... Now it's time for you to answer some questions for us. Is there anything you'd like to ask him, Captain? As it so happens, yes. How exactly did you come to be here, Gilbert, I believe? Do you know anything regarding how the capital came to be this way? No, I don't. I just woke up and found myself in the port here. I don't know why or how. I went into town, but there was no one there, just a bunch of weird armored knights. I started running away from them, next thing I knew I found myself in this castle. So you were sent to a different place than us, huh? Too bad the city had already gone weird by the time you woke up. I was kind of banking on you witnessing whatever happened here. Well, boo-hoo for you. What should we do with him, Kevin? Disarm him and tie him up? It's fine, he's not worth the trouble. He doesn't seem to know anything worthwhile, and he'd just get in our way, to be honest. I suppose that's true. Well, that's all the business we have for you. Kindly remove yourself from our sight. Think you can make me out to be some kind of useless fop, do you? Well, you'll regret this. When I find a way out of this place, you're gonna be begging me to share it with you, but I won't. You can wander here lost for all eternity for all I care. Well, that screams inferiority complex. Are you sure he's going to be alright on his own? I don't know. Cockroaches can live through anything, sweet Tina. And he is technically a member of Ouroboros. I'm sure he can look after himself. I believe we wasted enough of our time on him. We should resume exploring the castle. So don't forget that... Why'd they turn the... Oh no, they didn't. It's just a different angle. So remember Gilbert himself said that he had to run away, so that proves that... I mean, they even saw him pinned down there. How can they make the claim that he'd be fine on his own? Terrible. What are you still doing here? You're a priest for Idios' sake. So yeah, I'm thinking about taking that detection cords off. If they don't give us a map for places like this, what's really the point in that thing existing? Hayes, you've really opened me up to new possibilities. So, Mirage. Let's get rid of the... Actually, no, I need the... Damn it. Okay, I don't know how valuable it is to see the enemy's information to you guys, but... If you really want to see it, I can try to put it on before the boss fights, and if there's certain enemies you may want to see, you can go ahead and mention it, and I'll try to get their attacks, that is. Overall, that haze alone made this trip worthwhile. So I imagine I just walked into an ambush. What? What the? Thank you for coming this far. I entrust this to you. Please, Who or what was that? A ghost? Perhaps not. There was something familiar about it. It surprised me when I first saw it, but I don't know. It didn't feel that scary to me. Treasury key. So we've been over there already. We need to go in the throne room next, I think. Yes, there's multiple enemies here. So they'll no longer charge at me, but I can still fight if I run into them. And that armored knight looks like I might be stuck. Glam Choker Plus. So, some bad news. The Death Blow guys are here. Something dropped there, right? Or what was the Glam Choker I got? So, I need to look at my inventory in a second, but for this one, this gives you speed, which is pretty handy. I'm gonna give this to Kevin since he actually does spellcast. What was it that dropped there? Yeah, superior shoes. Men only. So the only guy that can wear this, obviously, is Kevin in this party. Costs you a little bit of arts, but it gives you speed. So he's our fastest guy at the moment. I ideally would want to put those on Joshua since he scales so hard at speed. 14 of 36. Before it fell into such a state, its owner was known far and wide, even before the Opal Revolution. He was a carpenter of unparalleled skill, and he was frequently commissioned to bring life to all manner of things. Kinda tempted to just teleport out of here. But the area I'm going to is right here. So that was the throne room. Yeah, there actually wasn't a door there. Oh well. And you know what? Since I got those sweet new kicks, let's go ahead and drop a save. I'm gonna save here just in case I can't get the Shining Palm in the future. Aw, man. Is it this side that'll lead me to it? Yeah. So remember, they won't chase after me, but I can still run into them. Repellent dish. In an infinite number of parallel universes, I have more treasure to give to you. Not in this one, though. Well, at least he was honest and upfront. Teara. Have you had a good meal in you? Got your weapons polished? Taken a bath? No. No, you haven't taken a bath. So I have a feeling this is the boss fight. So we can unlock the treasury now that we have the key. Is this some form of elevator? Yes, it connects the castle and a rune 500 arch below it, but this doesn't make any sense. You're telling me, what's going on here? What do you mean? Well, when I first came to Liberal, Julia led me through this room and into the area below. But this isn't how the room was. It was way tidier. Indeed, to my knowledge, the room was put in order and then locked, and I was under the impression it was to remain that way. I have seen it this way once before, though. My memories of it are getting kind of hazy, but wasn't this the way it was when we all gathered here during the coup d'etat? That's what I was thinking of as well. Are you trying to suggest that we may have gone back in time? I find it impossible to believe that may have been the case, but how else could I explain this? Of course, I could be mistaken, and yet... Well, if we're going to follow what that ghost seems to want us to do, then we'll keep it up and hope for more answers along the way. Time to climb on board and see what's waiting for us. Right. So normally I would suspect this is where you get Alan, but since we have Joshua, it should be Chloe. Especially since that star door told us that. Oh my. Getting through this place is going to be pretty tough. Might suggest we return to base for now. I think we should go a little farther inside and see what state the rune itself is in first. Kinda hard to know what to prepare for if we don't know what fiends we're going to be up against. Sure enough. Let's advance a little farther before returning to the garden then. So are there actually enemies here? Still no map worth pointing out. This can't be right. Impossible. Is something wrong? Something's wrong, all right. This isn't how I remember this place being. Has the rune's layout changed? It is, without a doubt. This area should be a corridor that leads to the first three-way junction. How is this even possible? I don't think you're mistaken. Now it all makes sense. What is it, Kevin? Have you worked something out? Maybe, but let's head down on the elevator first. I'm almost sure the answer's going to be waiting for us somewhere ahead. Alright? Let's be sure we're ready for anything. Probably should have saved there, but oh well. Sealed area, bottom level. This just isn't possible. How are we on the lowest floor of the rune already? Could the space we're in be distorted? That alone would explain how the entire layout of the place has changed. Let's just keep up the pace. I've got a feeling there's going to be something or someone waiting for us not far ahead. Alright? Let's make sure we're ready first, okay? As long as I'm able to teleport out, I'm fine. And it looks like I could if I need to. So actually, real quick, let's see. Gives us speed and defense. Or wait, what's Joshua give us? This is horrible. It siphons all of your art defense. You notice most of my guys don't really have much to begin with. Kevin's the only one really. But, yeah, that's just horrible. He is not intended to be a support character from the look of it. Top everyone off. Now there is a chance some new quartz could be available. Downside though is I probably can't afford to make it. Okay, so notice anything in this fight? Anything at all? So for this one, I'm going to try to set something up, and it's up to you if you want to try to follow suit should you find yourself in a similar predicament. Now, unfortunately, Kevin is most likely not going to do a damn thing. I'm just trying this because maybe I'll get lucky and deal like 1 or 2 points of damage. No. So I do not want to vanish them, because if you vanish them, you don't get their reward. So right here, I'm just going to hit this one. I don't like you, go away. Now, unfortunately here, I kind of wish there was something I could do to charge up some CP. In fact, it might have been better for Kevin to have used his turn for this, because I think he can give CP to someone. That didn't quite give her enough, so it's going to be up to Joshua and Julia for this. So we're going to do attack orders, and we're immediately going into Joshua's S break. Damn it, he came back.
I will. Run no more.
They might still be alive. I don't remember what their HP were. Hey! And if you notice, I had Josette's ability in effect, by the way, too.
Let's move out.
So, that's a lot of EXP. And yes, I'm letting this go so I can savor it. This was sorely needed. So that's going to alleviate a lot of my 7th problems. Primarily in the time department. So we got a T anklet and S tablet. I don't even know what these are. Sound familiar, but not ringing any bells. T anklet. Bleh, it's something. And the S tablet, I actually have one of these already. Cures lowered status effects. So, there you go. If you notice, this is the harbor where the Banshees are. I swapped Teara out for Joshua in preparation for Rostrum. I may splice this in right before we fight him. And I'll go over my Rostrum strategy there. Okay, round 2. So, Sacred Arrow is the move in question. This is when you give 40 CP to your allies. I shouldn't need it. I'm going to play it safe. Do not burn any CP with Joshua, because in order to kill these things, you need the full 200. Anything less, and I don't think you even do damage. Plus, we still do need the attack orders in effect. And I'm going to have Rhea swing just in case 199 will be enough, because she'll be back up this time around. So I did still take HP heal, and enjoy the Phantom Race. Kind of hoping the poms will drop items, because I don't know what all they do drop. I don't think I have the information quartz equipped anymore. But that will give me level 105 for most of the characters. Another surge of Sepith. And I'm going to get my CP back, but I'm heading to the boss fight now. See you there. Okay, so let's begin the boss fight. I don't think I have the information quartz equipped because I took it off for a mine too. I probably should have showed off my setup, but we'll get to it in detail. I can show it in the next chapter, worst come to worst. Or splice it in if I really like you guys, but can't afford to give up that kind of leverage. So, you notice I swapped out Joshua. I also have Mueller as my support character. Those are the two big ones because of the nature of this fight. So before I said I didn't actually have the support that I needed to properly run Joshua, this is a strange boss in that you actually will get punished if you try to do proper support. Kevin? Oh yeah, by the way, it's Mother's Day, so you may hear a lot of noise outside. Yeah, it's that smell again. The same one that you smelled before that coffin-like devil appeared? Where's it coming from? So you noticed the smell, did you? The dogs of the church have good noses, if nothing else. Who's there? Who are you? I was wondering when you'd finally show your face. You're the lord that knight spoke of, aren't you? I suppose I am. I do, after all, rule this land of Phantasma. Such a name is only fitting. You may call me the Lord of Phantasma if you so wish. The Lord of Phantasma? Indeed. That's not a name ever mentioned in your beloved testaments, is it, Teara, Sergeant? So you know who I am, too? Someone's brushed up on their homework. That's enough time spent on trivial greetings. Listen to me, Lord Phantasma, or whatever your name is. If all we've seen here is your doing, then return Gransel to the way it used to be at once. Should you refuse to comply, I shall cut you down here myself. My, your request is so meaningless, I scarcely know how to respond. There is no harm in devotion, but done in excess. They can only serve to cloud your eyes to the truth. Well, do you understand now, Julia Schwarz? What? I see my suspicions were right after all. The Gransel we've been firing away through isn't even the real thing, is it? It's just an imitation of it. A replica of the city created here in Phantasma. By the way, if you have Teara here, it's Kevin who will say this line instead. That can't be. Could that really be true? If we assume it is, everything falls into place. Everything we thought was strange suddenly makes complete sense. How that giant black gate appeared at the city's entrance. How it ended up completely devoid of people. Even the room with the elevator. How the room with the elevator went way back to... Oh, I can't even speak right now. Even how the room with the elevator went back to the way it used to be, and the sealed area structure completely changed. Am I on the right track, Joshua? Precisely. Oh dear, you're a little too capable for your own good. If only you could be more darling and naive, it would make things much more fun for me. Do I look like I care about whether you're having fun or not? All I care about is Estelle's safety. But of course, still, much like Julia Schwartz's devotion to those she serves, love too can serve to keep the truth forever out of reach. Is that not so, Joshua Bright? So all this time, Her Majesty and Princess Claudia were safe. Oh, ideals, thank you for your unwavering mercy. Oh, your relief strikes me as coming more than a little prematurely. Whoever said that those you care about are safe? It wasn't me. Pardon? No. Does that contain... Think of this as the final reward placed for you to earn on this second plane. Of course, rewards aren't given for free. If you wish to earn it, you'll have to overcome a trial first. Here's the second devil, Rostrum. This is another of the 77 devils mentioned in the Testaments. One of the two gatekeepers of Gehenna and leader of a vast army of minions, Rostrum the Savage. So this line makes me think even more that she's supposed to be referring to the Gosha in real life. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically a list of the demons. It also tells you how large their command is in terms of the infernal armies. So, just with that line, it's really seems like it's referencing that to me. And I don't remember who wrote that, if it was supposed to be King Solomon or what exactly. But it's pretty old if you want to look into it. And if you're a fan of Shin Megami Tensei, a lot of the names are going to sound familiar. Are you insane? How do you think you can handle something that powerful after bringing it to life? I need not worry, for I have you to defeat it for me. Enjoy. So, things to point out here. The boss does have this really obnoxious channel buff type move, and it's really, really bad news. So to explain, it's going to hit, like it boosts his damage where he's going to be hitting for 8,000 to 9,000 damage a pop. But the key weakness of this guy that I think I can exploit is that he doesn't have any global moves. So if you don't know what that means, it means I'm going to run over here. Julia's gonna give us the attack order.
Strike is one!
Joshua, I can't hit anything, I don't think. So I'm gonna hit this for the time being, just to soften it up. So notice Rias will get a turn in time. They also have that really obnoxious move, but it's not too bad. So right here we need to use Arc Fencer, and it's imperative that I try to spread these guys out, otherwise he can pretty much annihilate us. And here it goes. So if you notice, it does AT delay also. No.
I'll save you!
I'm gonna use this for healing. It's not the greatest, but it's gonna help keep me afloat for one more turn. And you know what? Screw this.
I will. Run no more.
So I don't want to deal with all small fry. Now keep in mind the boss can bring these things back. It's just right now we're going to force him to devote his time and turns to that. So he's doing this channel again. I'm going to use Teara on Joshua. I should point out he has the most health somehow, even though he's lower level. At just under 15,000. So we're going to give this to him. I'm going to use Arc Fencer here because it's a longer range.
No way!
And now we're going to try to move Julia up there. Kevin has the Solar Seal, I believe, the thing that gives him CP per turn, because he's probably going to be casting spells the entire time. Now we're not actually looking for damage here. Just trying to create distance. So we spread out far enough to where Julia should be the only recipient of this. It's pretty devastating, yes. That's why Joshua also has Teara. Now I would love to give Joshua the CP turn, but I don't think I can. But the trick to this is having large enough single target healing, I believe. So... right here I'm kind of hoping he will not attack Rias. He can kill her if he goes for them with the AoE. He still has one more AoE move, but he didn't use it, luckily. But the way to hurt this boss, you have two options. The first is you can either just keep hitting with your S-crafts, or you can try to abuse his weakness to time. So here's the annoying move. So getting hit is not necessarily a bad thing because it will... Like, if I can't cast a spell here, otherwise he's going to get the healing turn. There, this will work. So he can kill Julia here. And just to be safe, I think I'm going to... Never mind. I'm cool with that. So right here I'm keeping that thing out of the way. I might be able to force him to spawn a new minion. But anyway, Joshua can heal himself. That's partly why I want him to have the healing spell, just to capitalize on his speed. Like I said, I'm running Mueller here to give me a further speed boost if you look at my remote ability. I'm going to be casting the speed buff pretty much non-stop with Julia. So right here we need to interrupt him. Lanza Rider will do the trick. Next turn I'm probably going to have to use the, right, I'm drawing a blank here, people. Attack orders, that's what it is. So notice the call allies doesn't really buy me any time. And unfortunately they're close enough to where we're starting to take some damage. So I'm going to cast Teara on Rias. Julia will get the healing turn. I'm going to move her on her turn. Best case scenario, though, is I can try to move closer to the minion right there, but it moved on me. In case you're wondering, it tries to inflict blind on you. So my best chance of survival is to go over here. I can still die, huh? Should point out the attack orders have expired. And yeah, you can see we are slowly making headway here. And unfortunately, that thing won't leave Julia alone. So right here we need to impede. Actually, we can let Julia do that, I think. I'll go with the Soul Blur. Actually, no, I should have went for the attack orders, because then I could have... Alright, I mean, I should have had Rias impede this, because then I could use attack orders instead. So that move, in case you're wondering, gives him strength at the cost of defense. And Kevin cannot interrupt this. At best, I can use Cross Gear Rage, but it's not going to connect, so my best course of action is to try to build up towards a, Why am I blanking so much here? Just save up for the Grail Sphere. That's Purgatorial Howl. He's going to start hitting for 9 to 10,000. Keep in mind he can kill Joshua and stuff right now. Good news is he's choosing not to. So guys, straighten out and fly right. can't hit them both. I'm gonna gamble a bit here. Nope, that's the end of Rias.
I was not prepared.
So this could be game over. We're gonna use the reviving ball. We're gonna clear the board. And I can't afford to give him that healing turn, so worst come worst, I may steal the turn with Julia. Keep in mind this is gonna do less damage this time because it's not full 200 CP. Aw man, I thought it'd reach Julia, but I guess not.
I hold in my hand a chalice of heaven. May its holiest of lights act as our shield.
So if you don't clear the board before using this, the minions can actually free, like they can pierce the shield for you. So best case scenario, we're gonna kill a couple of his turns while he tries to revive them. If worst come worst, I can just absorb like that. So while I'm still invulnerable, I am going to run away. We're gonna refresh the attack orders. And I would like Joshua to get the CP turn. Damn it. So they are now vulnerable. He still has his buff in place, so I'm going to hide in the corner. He shouldn't be able to hit us both here. In the meantime, I'm going to start casting Soul Blur here so we can continue dealing some damage. I actually have Dark Matter on Julia. Now, Kevin has the solar symbol because he gets 3 CP per turn. Good news is that thing's going for Julia. Bad news is that minion... Oh yeah, she doesn't get it. Well, I can still heal her up, so it's not that big a deal. The problem is, though, I am going to have to burn her craft, her S-Break, because she could die before I get another turn. This is kind of what I was pointing out when I said, hey, the speed is horribly, horribly unbalanced in this game. So that's her guard gone.
For the sake of my master. Get ready.
So you can see Rostrum is almost dead. Okay, I did not know he had this. So the really bad news is I have no crafts or anything left. So at this point, my best course of action, I think, is try to kill him before he casts that. So triple Soul Blur, go! I don't know if blind affects magic. If it does, that royally sucks. Payback. looks like we all level up. Or no, only Rias did. Joshua fell a little short. Anyway, Rias picked up 1,000 sparrows. Two tier bombs, EP charge, smelling salts, evade 3. That must be from the boss. That thing was crazy. I can't believe we were able to defeat it. Almost did it without losing anyone, too. But yeah, this one isn't too bad as long as you know how to exploit the weakness there that doesn't have a lot of AoE damage. But now... that was a truly delightful spectacle. Take your reward, you've earned it. Oh. Sealing stone. Thank goodness. I'm glad we got it for you, Julia. Surprised you make good on your promises. Now you ready to cut down to the chase? What do you want from us? What the hell is the point of all this? Poor Kevin Graham. Poor, pitiful Kevin. Please, try not to let me down any more than you already have. I am a phantasm, a shadow. Much as a shadow only exists when there's something to cast it, I too only exist because of something within your number. Do you grasp my meaning? What? Kevin? How could I? You're just spouting nonsense. If you think being all cryptic is going to confuse us and lead us astray, you're very much mistaken, buddy. True enough. Spouting cryptic nonsense is simply what I do. That is what you believe, is it? Then it must be true. Screw you. Perhaps I ought to go by a different name after all. How do you think Lord of Nonsense sounds? More fitting, perhaps? I said screw you. Kevin? What's wrong with you? Nothing. Don't worry. That's literally just a shadow. It is? Oh. So that was a body double, or an empty shell is more appropriate in this case. They must have switched while we were fighting that devil. I commend you for noticing. Still, your role on this plane is now over. Add the wings of white to your number, and journey on deeper into the abyss you stand inside. I shall be awaiting our next encounter. So this is the end of the chapter. That gives us access to the third area. Please. They take their overblown theatrics way too seriously. Our resident evildoer is going to have to work on their act if they want to sound like anything more than a walking cliché. Anyway, we're done here, and we've got ourselves another sealing stone to open up. So let's mosey on back to the base. I think we all know who's inside at this point. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Otherworldly capital unlocked. So I guess we'll do the unsealing in the next video. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.